Hello there and welcome to Jala Yoga Online. I am Krista Mastrangelo-Joyce. I am here to offer you a warrior practice. So warriors need balance, they need courage, they need strength. They also need surrender and restoration as well in this world. So this practice will take you through a little bit of all. I'm going to include 2 blocks in my practice today. If you have blocks in your practice, go ahead and grab those. If you don't have blocks, you could get creative and add maybe some blocks of wood, or maybe even a canned food item might work for you underneath your hands, something to stabilize you. Okay. We're going to start here at the top of the mat in a standing position. I'm going to set up my blocks on either side here. We're going to start in this standing position, finding mountain pose. So, begin by stretching your fingers down toward the earth. Press down into your heels. Feel your spine lengthen all the way from your heels. Ground down through the backs of your heels. Feel your tailbone lengthening toward your heels. Lengthening up through your spine, up through the back of your skull, all the way into the crown of your head. A really long, tall position here. Fingertips stretched down toward the floor. Then inhale and reach your arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, with a little bend in your knees, fold forward, all the way down. Inhale, rise up halfway, slide your fingers up onto your shins. Exhale and fold all the way back down. As you inhale, sweep your arms all the way back up and overhead. And then bring your hands to heart center, let go. Again, inhale, stretch your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hinge at the waist, a little bit of a bend in the knees. Fold forward. Exhale, crown of the head relaxes. Rise up halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Press down into your heels. Inhale, rise all the way back up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time like that. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold forward. Rise and lengthen, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way back up to stand. Arms reach overhead, hands to heart center. Pause and feel, and then prepare to add on. So now inhale, arms reach up and overhead. As you exhale, hands come to the mat, head relaxes. Rise and lengthen halfway. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Place your left knee down onto the floor or onto a blanket. On your inhale, come up into low lunge, Anjaneyasana pose. Reach through the fingertips, lift up through your tailbones drawing into the body. Really big stretch through your fingers. Long inhale. Bring your hands back down. Exhale from here. Lift your left knee up. Grab a hold of your blocks now and start to warm up a little bit more. Hands can be on the floor or on blocks. Inhale, lift your chest toward the front of the mat, stretching and opening your heart. Then exhale, straighten your right leg and begin to open up the back of that right leg. We're going to do that again. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, extend your right leg straight. Bend the right knee one more time. Rock forward from your pelvis. Open up your shoulders and your chest. Exhale, draw the right leg straight back. Then right knee bends. This time now, set your left heel down onto the floor, positioning ourselves for warrior one. Press into the right heel. Press into the pinky side of your left foot. Strong feet. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead now. So with your hands extended, you can bring your palms together and look at your thumbs, or keep your arms stretched apart and keep your heart lifting up here. Check in with your shoulders, see what feels best to you. Let it be exuberant so that your upper back is lifting your chest upward. Low belly draws in and up. Strong feet push down into the ground. One more breath. With your exhale again, straighten your right leg and fold forward, hands onto blocks or on your shin, or maybe all the way to the ground. Let the back of your neck relax. Exhale completely. Set your left knee back down onto the mat now. Hands onto the floor. Step into tabletop position. You can find a tabletop here, or inhale to high plank position. position if that's right for you. Or you could find a forearm plank position. Take a deep breath in one of your positions. I'm going to come back to tabletop. Inhale. As you exhale, begin to make your way all the way down, really nice and controlled, all the way to your belly. With your hands now underneath your shoulders, lift your chest, draw your elbows toward the back of the mat, press down into the tops of your feet. You're in a cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Breathe in here, and then exhale, lower your forehead to the floor and pause. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, roll up, draw your chest forward in order to rise. And then this time, exhale, lift to tabletop and push back to child's pose. Let the head hang down, touch your forehead down onto the floor. Inhale there. As you exhale, curl your toes under and come into your first downward facing dog. Now this might be the down dog where you pedal your feet a little bit, where you sway your heels a little bit, or maybe you come to stillness right away. Stretch your arms nice and straight. Let your ears be between your arms. Take one more breath. Then exhale from here. Look forward and bring your feet to your hands. You can walk, step, or jump all the way up. Rise halfway. Inhale, back of the neck nice and long. Exhale, fold forward. On your next inhale, rise up to stand. Reach your arms over your head. And then exhale, place your hands in front of your heart. Good, let's do that on the other side. Breathe in and reach your arms up and overhead. With your exhale, fold forward, all the way down. Inhale, rise up halfway, lengthen your spine. My hands back onto the blocks again. Step back with your right foot. Set your right knee down onto the mat. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, lift your arms up into low lunge, the Anjaneyasana pose. So this is preparing the chest, starting to wake up the whole upper body in order to go into the bigger stretch of Warrior One. If this is a better posture for you though, you can always stay right here. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, place your hands onto the blocks or the floor. Lift your right knee up into a lunge position, a runner's lunge. Lift your chest forward as you inhale. Draw your shoulders back. And then exhale, a little bit of a fold in your torso as you straighten your left leg. Inhale, rock forward. Dynamic stretching here. We're waking up the lower body and the upper body together. Inhale, one more time. Draw yourself into the lunge. Exhale, straighten your leg. Fold slightly. Then inhale, bend the knee. Reposition your right foot so your right heel, the whole right foot pushes down into the floor. Inhale, stretch your arms over your head into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana One. Stretch through the fingertips, lift up through your low belly, reach through your fingers, and then maybe press your hands together and look up. Take a deep breath in here, long full breath out. One more, inhale. With your exhale, place your hands back down, straighten your left leg again, let yourself fold just for a moment. And then bend your right knee, bring the knee down. From here again, inhale to either plank position, tabletop position, or forearm plank position. I'll stay in forearm plank this time. Inhale in your positioning. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Hands underneath your shoulders again. Lift up through the chest, elbows toward the back of the mat. Push your feet down into the floor. Inhale in your cobra. Draw your chest forward. Then exhale, push back to either child's pose or downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out in your position. Stay in that pose, either down dog or child's pose. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Then look at the front of your mat and step your feet forward into forward fold. Exhale. Let your head relax, neck relax. Rise all the way to stand. Push into your heels. Sweep your arms over your head. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We're going to add on again. So now back with those blocks again. Reach your arms back up and overhead. Inhale. As you exhale, sit down into chair pose. Utkatasana. Tailbone goes way out behind you. Deep breath in. Reach through your fingers. Feel the strength in your legs and in your feet. And then exhale and fold forward. Rise up halfway. Breathe in. And then from here, step your left foot to the back of the mat again. Left heel down. Rise up right away into the warrior one. Feel your own strength. Deep breath here. Inhale. Low belly engages. Now from here, we're going to move into a balancing posture using our blocks. Hands into front of your heart, palms together. Then down onto your blocks or onto the floor. Start to walk your hands out in front of you and lift your left leg up. So you're balancing now on your right leg. Inner left thigh is pushing up toward the ceiling. So you're rolling inner left thigh upward to even out your pelvis. Take a full breath in. Engage your low belly. Try to pull your belly button up towards your spine. And then exhale from here. Left foot back down onto the mat. We're going to go into our half split pose. This is the Ardha Hanuman pose. Straightening your right leg and maybe just wiggle your hips just a little side to side. Good. Step it into now again. Here's the options. 3 options. High plank pose, knee down plank pose, or forearm. Take a breath in. Exhale. Knees up or down. Lower to your belly. Now reach your arms out behind you. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Chest and head lift into half locust pose. Float your arms up. Take a full breath in. Really push your feet and thighs down. Let your thighs and feet be heavy. Then exhale, hands onto the mat and push back into downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, a long breath out. On your next inhale, set your knees down onto the mat and step your right foot back up to the front again. Lift your left knee, spin the left heel back into warrior one. One more time, full inhale here. As you exhale, start to straighten that right leg. Now we're going to add a little bit of a twist here. So hands come onto your knee, maybe your thigh, maybe they slide all the way down onto your ankle. Stay here, left hand stays where it is. Bring your right hand onto your right hip and just turn to look over toward the right. Now that's going to challenge your balance a little bit. Really draw your belly in and up. Turn your chest toward the right. Take a moment to pause. Engage through your inner thigh muscles so you're really using the strength of your inner thighs. Those are your warriors of this pose. And then inhale, come back up. Arms up and overhead, warrior one. Hands come to heart, straighten your right leg. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up really long through your fingers and through your arms. Push down into your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Let your head drop down toward the floor. Inhale, rise right back up again, halfway. Stretch your arms out to the sides. Exhale again, fold forward. Relax the back of your neck. Soften your jaw. Tailbone is lifting up into the body. Now walk yourself forward, back to the front of the mat. Set your left knee down, low lunge, inhale. Then exhale, we're going to step straight back into downward facing dog. Now in downward dog, we'll stay here for 4 breaths. If you would prefer to move through a flow, come to high plank as you inhale. As you exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, look at the front of the mat. Step or walk or jump all the way up to meet your hands. Rise halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Come all the way back up to stand. Stretch your arms to the sky. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Exhale and pause. Now, other side. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Sit down into chair pose. Exhale. Reach through your fingers. Inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Rise halfway. Breathe in. Right comes to the back of the mat. I'm grabbing my blocks again. Right heel onto the floor. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Find your warrior pose. Long extension through the fingers. One breath in. As you exhale, hands to the floor or onto your blocks. Lift your right heel. Walk forward through your hands. And then lift from your inner right thigh. So again, we want to try to have the hips side by side. Inner thigh is lifting upward. Chest is lifted. One deep breath here. Inhale. With your exhale, set your right knee down onto the floor. Straighten the left leg. And again, here's our little hip wiggle. You could do a little motion with your shoulders too. Get a little funky with it. And then step into your tabletop, your plank, or your forearm plank. Take a breath in your pose. As you exhale, engage through your low belly and slowly lower to the floor. Now this time, feet push back to the back of the mat. Stretch your fingers to the back of the mat. Now, either keep your legs down again or float your legs up with your arms. This is full locust pose this time. Inhale, lift through the whole back body, back of the neck soft and long, and then hands to the mat. Exhale back, child's pose, or downward facing dog. One breath in, one breath out. Good, and then from here, set your knees down onto the floor or stay in down dog. You can step forward from downward dog. Left foot comes up to the front of the mat. Inhale, right heel down onto the floor. Rise back up into warrior one. Full inhale here. With your exhale now, straighten your left leg. We're moving into the twist. Hands can be on your thigh, and you just look over to the left on your knee, or maybe they slide all the way down. Right hand's gonna stay on the leg. Maybe it comes to the floor, even outside of the foot. Left hand onto your left hip. Turn so that you're in the twist. Some folks might even take the left arm up to the ceiling. Inner thighs again. These are our warriors of this pose. They're strong, engaged. Lift up through the inner thighs. Left hand comes back down now. And then again, rise up to warrior one. And from here, turn again to face the long edge of the mat. Back into your forward fold position. Place your hands behind your back. Clasp your fingers. Lift your chest up. Open your heart. Exhale. Forward fold again. Back of the neck, nice and long. Deep breath in. Stretch the shoulders. Fingers are clasped. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. Walk yourself back to the front of the mat. One more time. Inhale. Set your knee down. Here's your position from here. Step straight back into downward facing dog. Downward dog, child's pose is an option, or come through your chaturanga from high plank to low plank to upward dog or cobra and back again to downward dog or child's pose. Now breathe in and exhale it all out. Then again, look forward to the front of the mat. Bring your feet all the way up to the front. From forward fold, let your head hang down. Rise up halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold forward. Come all the way to stand. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now stay here and pause. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead. Crescent pose. Exhale, hinge to the right. Push down into your feet. Stretch through your fingertips. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, stretch to the left. Move to the left. Good. Lift up through the inner thigh muscles. Inhale, back to center. Exhale again. We're going to forward fold one more time. Rise up halfway, lengthen your spine. And then step your left foot back one more time, back into this warrior flow. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead. Now prepare to find your balance. You can again reach your hands out to take a hold of the blocks of the floor. Or this time, hands at heart center, maybe you float the left leg up and find balance without the hands. So remember, setting your hands down is an option, or keeping them at heart center. Maybe you even extend the arms straight back. Take a deep breath in wherever you are. And place your hands down. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, back up into warrior one and straighten your right leg. Bring your hands behind you, clasp your fingers together. Rebend your right knee back into warrior one. And now we start to fold. So you can come halfway down or let your whole head hang down toward the ground. Fingers reach up toward this, reach up toward the ceiling. So you're in humble warrior. As you inhale then, set your hands down onto the mat, look forward, step back, downward facing dog pose. From downward dog, inhale, extend your right leg up and just give yourself a little stretch here. Right leg goes up to the sky, stack your right hip on top of your left, lift your left heel up really high toward the ceiling. And then set that right foot down onto the mat. Look forward and step, jump, or walk all the way back up. Inhale right away into the chair. Feel the strength in your legs. Exhale, stand, mountain pose. One more time. Breathe in, find your Utkatasana chair. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up halfway, breathe in, and then step your right foot to the back of the mat. Left heel down. Inhale, warrior one position. Take a full breath in, reach through the fingertips, really strong and long here. Then hands to your heart, lift your right heel up. Again, option, we're going to reach forward either for the blocks or keep the hands lifted, float the right leg up. Here we are again in warrior three, balancing warrior now. Lift up through your low belly. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bring your right foot back to the mat. Straighten your right leg and your left leg and lift your arms back up overhead. Then with your exhale, hands behind you, clasp your fingers together. Bend your left knee and start to fold. Halfway down, looking at the floor maybe, or all the way down, crown of the head towards your mat, and you're looking back towards your right foot. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Last time, we'll move through either tabletop, high plank, or forearm plank. Breathe in. Exhale, come all the way down to your belly. Good. Again, same thing. You can go through locust pose again, or bend your knees and hold on to your ankles or the outside edges of your feet. Start to lift your chest up, push your feet back into your hands, then start lifting your thighs up off of the floor. Now, whichever pose you're in, breathe in, exhale completely, one more breath, exhale, come all the way down, sit yourself back, child's pose. Let your head relax down onto the ground, bring your arms alongside your legs so that you're in a full, released child's pose. And just let yourself stay there for the next 2 breaths. Now, child's pose is not restorative for you. You could roll up into a seated position instead. Take a full breath where you are, one more breath. Exhale completely. And then on your next inhalation, rise up one more time, opening up the front of our body, opening ourselves out into the world. Curl your toes under from a kneeling position. Bring the heels of your hands to your sacrum, to this bony ridge of your pelvis here, the ridge of your pelvis, and then lift your chest upward. Lift your inner thighs upward. Draw your shoulder blades up into the front of your body. And either stay here with your hands or bring your hands onto your heels. Lift your chest up, open the whole front of your body. One more breath. I'm protecting the back of my neck, so I keep lifting my chest and making sure that I'm gazing toward the tip of my nose. One more breath, inhale. Chin to the chest. Pull yourself back up. If your hands left your pelvis, bring them back up to your pelvis. Sit back down onto your heels and make little circles, chest on your chin. Chin on your chest. Chin on your chest, not your chest on your chin. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, position. Stretch your legs straight out in front of you. Long extension with your arms going up and overhead. Flex your toes, so you're pulling your feet back toward you. And then reach forward, maybe you grab a hold of your feet. You might have a strap that you use here. You could also hold on to the outside edges of your calves. So take a breath in and lift your chest up toward your toes, and as you exhale, bend your elbows and start to press your thighs towards your belly. This is our seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana, the Western stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, belly toward your thighs. I'm going to do that one more time. Breathe in as you inhale, lift your chest. And as you exhale and breathe out, press your belly towards your thighs. Then come all the way back up. Bend your left knee so the heel comes towards your butt. Cross the left foot over your right thigh. Right arm wraps around your left shin, left hand behind you. Lift your chest up toward your thigh, so you're bringing your chest and your belly toward the left thigh, and then look over your left shoulder. Inhale, long extension. Exhale, twist from the low belly through the middle of your back, all the way up through into your upper back and neck. Then unwind, turn to face forward, change legs, right comes in, cross your right foot over the left thigh, left arm around your right shin, right hand behind your back. Lift your belly up as you inhale. Draw your chest and belly toward your right thigh. Exhale, twist from the low belly through the middle of your back, all the way around through your upper back and head. So you're looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, long extension. Keep flexing your left foot. That's your grounding leg. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, unwind, turn to face forward, and then set your feet down together with the bottom edges of your feet together. Drop your knees open. Inhale, lift your chest up. We're coming into bound angle, the Baddha Konasana pose. This is a hip opening pose. If you need support, you can place your blocks underneath the edges of your knees. Keep lifting your chest up. You can stay nice and high through your torso and just press your elbows downward. Other option is to bring your elbows in front of your shins, press your belly toward your heels into a deeper fold here. Keep your spine long. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Ah, let it go. Then inhale, rise up. Good. We're going to come into our full Myrtle Beach pose. Place your forearms onto the mat. Hands hug around your hips and push your hips forward. Lift your chest up. Good. It's like we're sunbathing into the very best blue sky. Deep breath in. Lift your heart up. Lift your chest up. And then sigh. Ha. Come all the way down onto your back. Bend your knees. Wrap your hands around your thighs. Give yourself a big squeeze. Drop the tops of your back, tops of your shoulders and your upper back toward the floor. Melt your spine. Let it all just sink down. Take a full breath here, and then feet onto the mat, on the outer edges of the mat. Just make some little gentle kind of windshield wiper motions with your knees, and then let it all go. Time to surrender. Let your body extend outward into a reclined position. Take a breath in through your nose in your reclined position. Open your mouth and sigh. And as you sigh, close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, stay in this reclined position now. On your back, allow your right hand and your left hand to rest palm up next to you. Feel your right foot drop over to the right side of your mat, and your left foot falls gently to the left. Now feel the whole back side of your body starting to rest and surrender into the earth, as if now the earth is taking you back in. Feel your calves and your thighs sinking downward. Feel the back of your pelvis, your butt, all sinking downward, the whole bowl of your pelvis growing heavy and just releasing. And then move your attention to your spine. Feel your spine starting to sink down into the floor. The heaviness through your lower back, softness through your middle and upper back. Take a breath in and relax your shoulders as you exhale. And again, take a breath in, and as you exhale, relax your shoulders. Feel your arms grow heavy now and relaxed. Feel the whole back of your head and neck soften. Relax your cheeks. Relax your eyes. Take a full breath in through your nose. And again, now relax as you sigh. Feel your inner mouth relax. The whole jaw soften. Bring your attention to the top of your body now. And as the back side of your body grows heavy, feel a sense of lightness through the whole top of your body. Feel the skin being met by air. And then watch your breath. Inhale and exhale softly. Without shaping your breath at all anymore, just watch it. Observe it. Become aware that you are breathing with the whole of the universe. Breathing with the trees, breathing with the wind, breathing perhaps with a whole community of other practitioners all around the world. As you take this next breath in, pause. Bring your whole awareness to the inhale with a sense of gratitude for the breath as it moves into your body. The spirit of life as it comes in, and exhale and release it back out. Let it go. Now, very slowly begin to wiggle into your toes and fingers and start to wake up your extremities here, just really gently. Then roll over onto one side and pause again. Take a moment to stop. Find the breath in your body again. Pause for one more moment to become gratefully aware of your body, of your physical form, and all of the work that you've done on the mat today. And whatever it is you could do, pause and find great gratitude for the strength, for the challenges, for the balance, for the surrender. And then very slowly then, move upright into a seated position. From your seated position, pause for one last moment to breathe in, place your hands in front of your heart, and seal your practice by acknowledging, gratefully aware of the work that you've done today. I'm grateful to have had this time with you. Namaste.